Hey St. Joseph's, it's Father John here. Happy Easter. It is Monday of the octave of Easter, and of course Monday of our 5th week of our social distancing experiments. Noah will love you, praying for you, offering masses for you. And now it's time for the Gospel. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went away quickly from the tomb, fearful yet overjoyed, and ran to announce the news to his disciples. And behold, Jesus met them on their way and greeted them. They approached, embraced his feet, and did him homage. Then Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there they will see me." While they were going, some of the guard went into the city and told the chief priests all that had happened. The chief priests assembled with the elders and took counsel. Then they gave a large sum of money to the soldiers, telling them, "You are to say, his disciples came by night and stole him while we were asleep. And if this gets to the ears of the governor, we will satisfy him and keep you out of trouble." The soldiers took the money and did as they were instructed. And this story has circulated among the Jews to the present day. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. All right, first, before we get to the gospel, is we're in the octave. So we are celebrating Easter as 1 day over 8 days, just like we celebrate Christmas 1 day over 8 days. So we can say Happy Easter not only for this octave, but all 50 days of Easter. Now, why do we celebrate the octave? First off, because the joy, the concentration, the intensity of the miracle of Easter is so great that it bursts through one 24-hour period and must be celebrated as 1 day over 8 days. And the second reason is that because with Jesus' resurrection, is now we are entering into the 8th day, that Christ not only allows us to enter into the 7th day of his rest, but now into the new day, the new creation, the 8th day of the new creation of being resurrected with Jesus Christ. And so that's why we talk about we enter into the 8th day, the new existence, the new way of living as Christians with the divine life, with grace infused in our hearts through, of course, the sacraments, baptism, confirmation, Eucharist, and every sacrament. So that's two of the reasons why we celebrate the octave. Now, when we get to the gospel, just notice first off that the first word that comes out of Jesus's resurrected lips is "do not be afraid," or "be not afraid." But the one I want to focus on just for a second is this: is the conspiracy of the chief priests and the leaders of the Jews to save their positions, to save their religion, so to speak. They tell the soldiers to spread this lie. His disciples came by night and stole him while we were asleep. Now, many people always say, like, couldn't it have just been the disciples, the 12 apostles, who just made up this religion because they just wanted to start this new religion? Well, all 11 outside Judas, who hung himself, 10 of the apostles were martyred. And St. John, who wasn't martyred, died in exile. Now, people are not martyred for the truth, for a lie. At some point, you usually break and say, okay, fine, actually, we stole Jesus' body. It's actually, we buried it, we burned it somewhere, or we put it in the ocean. And then that, of course, because the truth spreads. You can't hold back the truth. The truth, once the truth comes out, then it just gets spreads. But the fact that 10 of the 12 disciples were martyred directly contradicts this kind of lie, this conspiracy that the disciples stole his body and then started this new religion, the Catholic Church, the Christianity. And so when Matthew's writing this, even at the earliest dating, like around 60s, probably 70, 80s, right around there, so that 30, 60 years after Jesus' death, this conspiracy is still being thrown out there that the disciples stole his body and hid it and then started this new Jesus sect of Judaism. But their death is in direct contradiction to that, and that their martyrdom is one of the greatest witnesses of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So we take comfort in the apostolic witness of Jesus' resurrection, and we know that the truth is that Jesus rose from the dead, and that so long as we believe in him and walk in his way and obedient to his way of life, we shall also rise with him. God bless you, St. Joseph's. I'll see you tomorrow.